Hello, everyone. Hope you are well on this Friday evening. We made it to Friday, yes. Before I get started, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. It helps us out. Also, if you like the video, click the like down there. And if you believe that this video will benefit somebody else, do feel free to share it. I do appreciate it. It helps us out. I think that there are a lot of changes about to come down on us. And if you think the last few years have been different, Twilight Zone-ish changes, I don't think we've seen anything yet. So I'm not trying to scare anybody. I think we just need to prepare to see more weird stuff, new stuff, and we need to prepare to say no, N-O, a whole lot more than we have in the past, because most of us have been relatively comfortable and not having to do that. Okay. And just the act of saying no is a challenge for many people. It has been for me in the past. Now, as I've gotten older, it has not. It's something that it's not been as big of a challenge. Okay. I'll get to that more in a minute here. A couple of things real quick, just some interesting. A subscriber sent me an email. This is very interesting, a very interesting banking issue. Now, this email, the subscriber got an email from their bank, Chase Bank, and it said that they were offering up to $900 if they open a new Chase total checking account and a new Chase savings account with qualifying activities, of course. Now, $900 now, but you had to set up direct deposit. It said that you had to deposit, you would have to deposit $15,000 of new money and within 30 days, and maintain a $15,000 balance for at least 90 days. I believe I read that right. Thought that was interesting. Now, I'm not a banking person. I'm not a financial person. I know there are a lot of you out there, especially I know several of you, at least several of you, are in banking. So chime in on this. Are you seeing this where you work or in the industry? And what are they up to here? Maybe it's just a ploy, a way to get more cash flow in where they can get a better return on investment. I don't know. I'm not sure. That's just a very layman kind of possible view. Okay. Also, you may have, if you missed, I had a short about this, but store in Connecticut, I forget the name of the store now. Anyway, I think it was like a small grocery store or a drugstore. But anyway, they had a sign on the on the door that said that to notify customers that they are using tech, facial recognition. It said we can use facial recognition, eye scans, and or voice prints, whatever voice prints are. I got to look into that. This is to help identify you or reduce, they're saying this is to reduce crime because of all the shoplifting and stuff. Well, that's total BS. We know this is squeeze. And my concern is a lot of people are just going to breeze by that and not care and not say, well, whatever, I don't have anything to hide. But it goes much deeper than that. You know, you give these people an inch, they will take miles and miles, and it will go to a level that you cannot even believe. All right. The whole digital thing is going to be a huge push. All right. I saw another thing where, well, before I go to that real quick, you see these signs, you see these things. I see signs. I saw one in a car wash and I'm seeing it more often. We don't accept cash, card only. Well, no. Cash is still legal tender. All right. Use your cash. Spend with cash as much as you can. I don't do it enough myself, but it said no cash. All card, credit, debit. No. I mean, that shouldn't be. I mean, that is not, that just doesn't sound legal to me. Can they get away with that? I don't know. I'm not a legal expert. I'm not a lawyer. But we need to stand firm on this stuff say, no, no, I've got cash. If you want my business, here it is. If not, I'll go elsewhere. Are you going to eye scan me? You want to facial recognition me? You want to use voice prints on me? I'll go somewhere else. I know some people are going to say, well, Dawg, they got the cameras up there when you're going through the Walmart and the self-checkout, whatever. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. But when I see a sign that says, when it tells me as I'm walking in, we're going to eye scan you and whatever, I'm doing a U-turn. I'm going to go somewhere else. I'll go to a local place or something. I don't know, mom and pop. If I have to go down to the Dollar General or something, I don't know. Heck, maybe they'll have it someday. Who knows? So another story: United Nations orders banks. Can they order banks? I mean, what authority do you have? The United Nations is ordering banks worldwide to make digital IDs mandatory for all customers. And if they refuse this service, those who refuse, blacklist them and list them as non-compliant. And they will be blacklisted from the Global Digital Compact, whatever the Global Digital Compact is. They call this human-centered digital future. No. Oh, no, you don't get to do that to me. No, I didn't vote for the United Nations. They have no authority. You have no authority here. You have no authority here in North Georgia where I live. You can kick rocks. You can come out here and dig a mud hole and get bit by mosquitoes. All right? They're big out here. All right? That's just how I feel. We have to say no, N-O. No. Vote with your dollars, your mouth, your actions. Local is huge, depending on where you live. Pay attention. Who is your sheriff? Who is running the local place where you live? All right? Because this is when rubber meets the road, when all this stuff's going to come down. It's going to come down. It's going to come down to who's going to enforce this stuff? Who's going to come in here and enforce it? Good try. Good luck trying. That's just my thoughts right now. They want to imprison you in a digital sense, okay? A digital slave. And I'll try to explain. They want to eventually have one world bank or just all digital where you have no physical dollars. It all ties in to the great you-know-what and one religion sanctioned by a one government. There's an ongoing effort, as you can tell from the South, from the invasion to the South, to make Mexico or Central America, at least Mexico, United States, Canada, one fluid nation, if you can even call it a nation. And the way it's going, they will succeed in that. And give it a generation or two, and what kind of resistance is there going to be? Will there be? As long as I have breath in these lungs, there's going to be resistance, you know? CBDC, digital. Control is what it's all about. Control what you spend your money on, where you spend it, and the amount you buy. A lot of people say, well, Dawg, I don't care. I mean, digital, whatever. I don't use cash anymore. I hadn't used cash in years, Dawg. What does it matter? I'll still spend money on what I want to. No, you won't. You might at first. They're going to make it sound good. And you're going to be like, oh, this is convenient. It can happen just like that in a split second. And many will just bend to this and think it's great. But what happens when they start finding out different? You're enslaved. All right. They can track they will be able to track every single transaction. There's no anonymity. Anonymity on buying things is out the door. It's already tough now. Can you imagine digital dollars now having no money in your hand, but spending with digital dollars, having an expiration date? Your dog, like, Dawg, what's that? Well, you have to spend this digital dollar, this amount, within a certain time period, or it's just gone. And what does that do? It prevents you from saving anything. Saving money is out the door at that point. You're like, well, dog, this will never happen. Are you sure? Think again. Like I said, it may not happen at first, right away. May be able to spend your digital dollars in certain places for certain things and up to a certain amount, your certain allotment. Gasoline, think about some things. Personal protection tools and the things that go in them. Good luck buying that. Like I said, tracking every transaction. We want to corral you into certain places. Your 10 to 20 minute cities. Restrict your movement. You're much easier to control that way. No cars. Notice how auto insurance is going up like mad. Your homeowner, if you own a home, your homeowner's insurance is going up like craziness. Property taxes going up like crazy. People are losing. People are having to get out of homes because of this stuff. That's the goal. That's what they want. And it's working. It's going to go in overdrive. Restrict your movement. Won't be able to save. Punish certain behavior. So if they can control and track everything digitally, what power? That's almost the ultimate power, really. What if you practice a certain religion that they don't want you to? You're not practicing the approved state religion. What happens then? Maybe your digital dollar reduces or is put on some kind of hold for a while. Punish you, you know? Maybe it just disappears. Maybe your digital dollars don't work if you stray more than a certain number of miles from where you live. How about that? Have you thought about those things? Hence the 15-minute cities. How do we get here? How do we get there? Maybe destroy what's working now? WW3? Aliens? UFOs? Have you noticed more in the news? Stuff just pops up when maybe it's because it fascinates me, I admit. But when I open up a new browser or something and I'm searching something, first thing that comes up, a lot of times this stuff will pop up like something about aliens or something they're discovering about a planet or something like that, or this and this, or about the UFOs. You know, they've captured technology or these crafts and with pilots in them, and they're not human and non-human this and that. Seeing a lot of it. Sounds like they're setting up for something. Just saying. Maybe the tinfoil hat is on too tight. I know. Also saw where this was interesting. Well, it's more than interesting, but Swedish police have authorized a man who wants to do a planned Bible and Torah burning. This is in Sweden, and they're going to do it outside the Israeli embassy. How about them apples? How about them apples? Yes. What do you think about that? I know I'm full of good news here, right? The good news is coming. And I believe, well, they already are. They're going to try to demonize, categorize, dehumanize those of us who are preparedness minded. Those of us who have taken initiative to try to be somewhat, at least somewhat self-sufficient, if not totally self-sufficient. That's very difficult to do. But even if you just buy some extra stuff, be careful how you're doing it. Spread it around. Don't buy all at one place. Use cash if you can. But I believe that will ramp up big time. All right. So another thing to be thinking about, be prepared for. N-O is the word. Okay. I have a good verse. All right. 2 Chronicles chapter 7 verse 14 says, if my people who are called by my name humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and heal their land. Amen. Boy, we need a little bit of that, don't we? Feels like we're living in Sodom and Gomorrah most days. But Lord heavens, we need that. Place needs some Jesus. Let's keep praying. Keep preparing. Keep doing the things. Let me know what you think on these things. We appreciate it. God bless you. See you soon.